week 2. I think it's still week 2, or is it week 2.5? I can't remember.
Weeks have gone out of kilter, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they're back in kilter now.
We're in month 2 of the season, and here we are today on the redaction. Jez and Matt, how's it going?
Evening.
Evening.
So with all of the changes around the deadline, we've managed to squeeze this one in this week. A bit late notice, so we're going to see how we go. We're going to kick off with seems like a long time ago now, but week 1 we had a few predictions, and we've come up with how we're going to score this, or that we might change it as we go along, because who cares? It's just a bit of fun, right? Isn't it, Matt? Just a bit of fun.
No, it's serious. This is serious. This is worth more than winning the bowl. This is, if I can beat you two, I'll take it.
This is the only reason that Matt gets out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's the only way I can get him to come along and talk gridiron with us, honestly.
Exactly. Seeing as motivation coaches don't work anymore. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's do you want to start there, or do you want to finish there later, Matt?
No, we'll wait till we get to it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I'll fume quietly in the corner.
here's our scoring then. So game 1 or week 1, we had game of the week down as Razorbacks against the Rapiers. Matt and Jez back the Rapiers. I backed the Razorbacks because
What do we know?
No scores were correct though. Quite a close game from what I remember. And here's our Monday night football game. Didn't quite get an egg, but it was Stingrays managed to still run a score up against the Sharks, but we all went the right way. I'm sure everyone watched that one. Did you watch that one back, Stingray Sharks?
No, I just looked at the screen.
Okay, so we've got our little predictions up and running.
I was washing my hair on Monday night.
Hopefully
So was
not.
Matt.
Hopefully not for week 2 as well, because we're going to cover off. We're going to give some exposure to Monday night football games. We're going to look at the dog end of the fixtures list. Those lucky teams that get the Monday night football from week 1 to 10. So we're going to follow those through the season and see how we go. Okay, so we have three games of the week that we're going to have a little look over. We are going to kick off with Snow Bears. We're going to start on the left, work to the right.
Yeah, go left.
Yeah.
Go left or right.
So let's have a look at Snow Bears against Rapiers then. So, who's going to kick us off? Who's had a little look at this one?
Well, the interesting thing is that Polis seems to have dropped off a cliff. He was a high level back. What did he do? -2 yards or something on 12 carries?
12 carries, -2 yards.
Yeah, and week 1 he didn't do much better. I think it was something like 18 yards or something. It was awful. So he must have absolutely dropped off a cliff.
He must have aged out.
He's only about age 5 or age 6. He's not. Yeah, I would have thought Lottie would have coached that player last year. I mean, I put trade inquiries for it and just got flatly refused. So I assumed it was level 20, 21, but obviously not. Obviously not.
I mean, even if he was level 18 last year and he -4'd.
I mean, 1885 yards last year.
And he was level 14. He should still be getting better runs, better figures than this at level 14.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Well. Did he play both? Yeah, so he's played both games.
Aye.
So.
That'll be a big concern for Patrick, no doubt.
His longest run's 3 yards. 3 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, even if your offensive line's basically shit, you're still gonna get 3-4 yards of carry with it. With a
Even if
decent
your own
back.
line's all wheelchair based.
Yeah, like the Nighthawks.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're not giving Lee credit for maybe a really good defensive line he's got at the moment. So
Oh, well, possibly, but I'm just basing it on week one as well, and the yardage you got on week one as well. So it looks like he's eased off the cliff.
yeah,
Fullbacks are so overpowered as well. You'd still think that even with a good defense, which the Snow Bears obviously do have, they'd still get much better figures than -2 or 12 -2 total yards over 12 carries.
Yeah,
Something,
seems
yeah, there's
strange that
something
one.
definitely not right there.
Yeah, seems very strange that one.
yeah,
Other than that,
it was definitely close.
Snow Bears fluke. Snow Bears fluked another win. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely closer than I was expecting it to be. So he's done well to keep it tight. Um, I don't know, I was expecting the Snow Bears to just pass all over them, to be honest. But in the end, it's quite balanced.
Aye, but look at the Snow Bears QB rating.
Yeah,
Just yeah,
Rapier's
that's a
defense
bad.
secondary shut down the passing game hell of a lot. 36 percentage completion percentage for Smitheroff. He's never that low normally. He scrambled well. He was getting 8 yards per scramble, so that got him out of jail on a number of occasions. And their total yardage was much better than the Rapiers as well. But Rapier sort of hung in there with a final quarter burst and made it very tight in the end. It looked like the Snowbears were going to sort of get through it comfortably, but that fourth quarter was squeaky bum time for LJ. So yeah, he'll be pleased to have come away with an away win after that.
I think the answer is hope for the rest of the league. That it's not going to be an automatic 3 point. I think that'll
Yeah,
be
they picked up some injuries as well, Snowbears.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Who'd they get?
Let's have a look. Pinkston, who's the centre that you know very well, he picked up a G in week one, so he's still on injured reserve, and he's got a defensive end and another running back, not his main running back, both on C's. So he'll miss Pinkston though because he's a decent player.
Yeah, yeah, he was, and funnily enough, he picked up a G right at the beginning of last season as well. So he's not played much over the past 2 seasons now. If he's rested up for the rest of the season, love it when a trade comes together.
You traded him to him with brittle bones or something, did you?
Yeah, yeah, we got him good enough so he passed the medical.
that should be an attribute. Brittle boned. I love that. Yeah.
Brittle bones, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. A negative attribute. I like that one.
Run, Pinkston, run.
Right
Right.
to the blue tent.
So yeah, okay. So that's quite significant then. A couple of big injuries and maybe that impacted the Snow Bears a little bit. Nice road win for them. These both rivals as well because we're going to talk about rivalry and its impact on the game a little bit later, I should think.
There can't be many divisional teams that aren't rivals, can there?
Yes, that's where I think the rules are wrong.
Because they play each other so regularly, obviously, that
Yeah,
there's bound to be rivalry builds up organically.
there is. It gets a slight reset when new coaches come in. So
Mine never did. Mine never did.
did it not?
Belichick. No, I checked it when I joined. It never changed. I still got them.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, when Randy was playing, he was getting thrashed every week anyway, so it wasn't really a
It's
big
because
deal.
GMs don't like you though, Matt.
Well, that's it.
But yeah, I mean, there's been a fair bit of turnover with rapiers, I guess, over, I don't know, how many seasons is it now?
Yeah, since oh god, what's his name? He went to the GFL a few years back, a few seasons back.
So, yeah, so there was
Dean,
Dean,
Um,
and then
Dean.
it was
Dean, yeah, Dean.
Q was there before him, and then Lottie, and now Patrick. So
Mm.
I think that's quite a bit of turnover over maybe 8 seasons, 9 seasons maybe.
Like a typical NFL franchise.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, so anything else you want to cover off on snow bears, rapiers?
Move on to the next one.
Okay, so next one we had was heroes and generals, which was I think the one we picked out as one of our games of the week for week 2. But we never quite got there. So let's take a look at that. Heroes and generals. So another 3-pointer, but it went the way of the home side this time. So what's your thoughts around this one?
Go on, Jay,
It-
you go for it.
well, it went the way of the home side largely because of their defense. 3 defensive touchdowns, 3 pick 6s for the Generals, and without that, they wouldn't have got close to the Heroes, I don't think. But yeah, pretty special performance by the defense there.
So CB Gibson, Kanishka, and Kanishka with 2 of them as well.
Yeah,
3 picks, 2 of them to the. Ooh, nice.
It was 31-19 to the Heroes on the 53rd minute. By the end of the 54th minute, it was 34-31.
Fourth,
So,
fourth quarter comeback then, eh?
yeah, 2 pick 6s and a lot of turnovers in this game.
yeah.
A lot of turnovers.
Getting done by the turnover count is one thing. That's you know, you just kind of put it down to, all right, I'll lose it this week, I'll win it the next week. It's one of those. But getting done by 3 pick 6s when you're cruising going into the final quarter, yeah, it's pretty galling. Colin would have thought he would have had that wrapped up.
Yeah, that's lose your shit time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen 3 pick 6s, to be honest. I'm not sure I've ever seen a game with it.
I think I remember one in the Big Sky. I think it was the Surfers. It was one player, an inside linebacker. He got three of them, took him back, and won in the game. MVP, shockingly. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I get an interception, I'm like, go on, take it back, and my cornerback will just sit down where he's caught it, and you'd be like, no, I don't want it intercepted on the 2-yard line. Come on, take it back 20 yards. Go at least, come on. So yeah, nice.
well, Kanishka will get hauled over the coals back in the locker room because he got another interception and didn't return it at all. No pick 6. Disgraceful.
Was that his last one as well?
That was it. Yeah, that was for his hack trick of pick 6s.
Right.
That'd have been something else.
Obviously thought he'd done enough.
Yeah, it was getting complacent by then.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a mere interception.
Yeah. So
How did the Heroes punter do anyway? What was his average? His elite
I'll have a
punter.
look in a minute. I was just gonna have a look at how Steve.
Oh, we're not going to analyse punters, are we? Jesus.
Just having a quick
I
look.
still haven't got over that pick in the second round. I'm telling you, I still haven't got over that one. We got a punter in the second round.
I love it when he's picked up a defense. He's called the defense the trial defense. So it's almost like I'm not sure if this is going to work, and then it's absolutely destroyed the opposition. So I think we can change that one to the defense, not the trial defense, moving forward.
It'll be the definite defense next week.
Exactly. All right, let's have a look at that punter then. Is this our rookie punter?
Come on. Is it him? I don't know. Is it him or not?
Is it Dow?
Is it Ramon? Oh no, I'm looking at returners. Right, Dow. Punter 3.
Yeah.
Punter 11, sorry. Average of 35.4. Longest was 51 yards. So, wow, scintillating stuff.
Come on, we're not analysing punters. Move on. Come on.
No, well, he was a second-round pick. You know, we've got to give him some right.
Everyone has fallen asleep, including me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, wait until we get onto that OG at the Stingrays, right? Right, okay. Anything else that you wanted to cover off on this game?
Nah, let's go for it. Next one.
No, hard luck, Colin.
Right, what do we have next on the list? Week 2, Tigers at the Kings. So we spent a bit of time talking about the Tigers and how could this team possibly go 3-7? They look absolutely massive. 5-star. Was it run and pass offense?
Yeah,
10-star offense. Yeah.
How could this possibly go wrong? And here we go. We've got another 3-point loss.
And they're 0-2.
And they're 0-2.
And the Kings gave up 7 turnovers.
7 turnovers.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Look at the possession. Look how much of the ball the Tigers had. With a 10-star offense, they should have put way more points on that. With all those turnovers and all that possession. So when the Kings needed to do it, their defense stood up pretty well.
Looking at the rushing stats, you can see the Kings' defense must be pretty good because apart from a 145-yard run, it was 100 yards for a running back there. I can't pronounce.
Beauregard.
23. Yeah, is that it? 100 yards over 23 carries. That's not much.
Yeah. But it still needed a fourth quarter comeback. They were still down by a couple of scores and left it late, but did the business.
Yeah, 80-yard pass in the 46th minute, just to get him thinking it's possible to be done. In 57th minute, and a 2-point conversion as well.
I don't know if Clay had his lads dipping their hands in butter before they went out on the pitch, though, because 7 fumbles is a lot.
Yeah, only.
But there's nothing you can do about that. There's no game planning to limit the fumbles or interceptions. Even you can't if you're going to throw the ball. There's a percentage of chance of an interception happening. Yeah, it can be affected slightly by certain things, but not massively. 7 fumbles. You've just got to come on. I mean, for Clay's perspective, he'll be glad he won the game because you normally look at those stats and you think, oh my God, we've been hammered there. That sort of possession, we've had 32% of the ball. We've given the ball away 7 times. There's no way you win a game on that basis. But he'll be glad he squeaked that one.
Yeah, two of them on returns as well, which is never nice. The only one I was just checking was a fumble on sacks because you can adjust your game plan slightly to try and limit that, but there was only one there. It was mainly Haver, wide receiver, 14 receptions, but as many fumbles as touchdowns.
And not forgetting, right at the end of the game, the Tigers had a final drive, got to the 7-yard line, 59th minute, and the attempted field goal to take it into overtime was blocked
Oh, oh, oh. So, who was the true hero of this game then? So take it all the way down. Who's managed
Who
to
blocked
get
the field goal?
that magic block? Blocked by Rayford. I bet he's like a level 4.
Clay's giving him the match ball.
Level 4 quick OG or something like that. So yeah, no, that's great. That's good when that happens. Another lose your shit moment, right? Let's
Oh yeah.
get all that way.
With all those turnovers and what have you, it's a horrible game to watch if you're one of the head coaches, because the one with all the turnovers was pulling his hair out with them, even though he won. The one without all the turnovers didn't win, so neither of them would have been happy with watching the game. And then you get an ending like that.
Yeah.
It was so from a neutral perspective. I watched the game; it was a brilliant game to watch. I was just glad I wasn't. They weren't one of my teams.
Yeah, yeah. You see, do you know what? I'm finding it a lot less stressful at the moment, because at the moment I'm just due a beating every week. So at the moment I'm not even dialed into watching my games at the moment. I'm just swearing at coaching, but I'm quite enjoying
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
stress-free um, ability to just watch games at the moment. So.
Well, should we talk about coaching in a week or two? Because that's there's a lot of feedback on sound bites from coaches about bloody hell, donut on coaching again, and then someone like James puts up, oh, I had 6 pops for 100 levels this week, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'll be honest, he probably does exactly what I do. I deliberately put some shite in just to upset people on
you
that.
don't, do you?
No, I bet James does exactly the same. He's got a similar personality, I think, to me sometimes.
Are you saying James is a full on shithouser?
Yes.
Oh, I I don't think anyone agrees with that at all.
Disgraceful, disgraceful. Yeah. Yeah.
Love you, James. Come on the show, mate.
I got called out for a humble brag the other day because I just, someone said about 13 pops, and I was like, no, it looks about right. I got 10 this week.
Well, if Outlaws beat my Spartans next week, I'm sure James will be straight on.
He might be. He might be. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to cover off on the Tigers and the Kings?
No, I think that'll do it for that one.
Yeah.
Good game.
The only thing that the Tigers didn't win was the number on the scoreboard for that one. Everything else seemed to look like they should have won it, but they didn't. 0-2 with a 10-star offense. Okay, so here we go. Monday Night Football. This is where it's happening, right? Cyclones against Comets in the what was it, the MFC? Is it the North? Can't remember. Now I'm in the North. MFC East. Here we go. Comets, Blues, and Cyclones. So this was on Monday Night Football. A classic. 19 points to 7. Q4 for the 7-pointer in the 58th minute. So managed to just avoid the donut.
Yeah. No, well, 49th minute they scored.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can't even read. 1 yard run.
But they didn't seem to bother the scoring for the rest of the other 3 quarters. And
The
Bob's lads did
motivation
enough.
coaching working.
They're not. Yeah. Maybe they're unmotivated by the motivation coach.
I think is that their rookie running back they've got in there as well, Womack. I seem to remember talking about Womack and Womack.
Oh yeah, he was a.
Is that
So they're playing him.
Yeah, he's getting some XP.
Yeah.
Has he still got the motivation coach, or has he sold him yet? Has he fired him?
Last time I looked, he's still got him.
Let's have a look. Cyclones.
Yeah,
He's still there.
Still there. 45 MPs. Still got 51 MPs to spare. Still got some positions to fill.
Well, he's dialed in as his special assistant, so he hasn't given him a face though. He's faceless.
Yeah, no, there's not many faces in San Diego from what I can see. Only the ones that have been drafted or traded in that might have had them already. But yeah,
Not a hell of a lot to see here, is there? The Comets did enough. Deserved win. Some decent passing. That's for Ventix and Joshua. But yeah, that's about it. And the defense did enough to keep them out for most of the game.
yeah, it's a classic Monday night football game. Right.
Cyclones look like a top 5 pick again.
But Comets were my pick for the division there, so they're 2-0 as well, I think. So come on, Comets, come on, Comets. Right, there we go. So that was week 2 on our games of the week. We're gonna have a little look at week 3, I think. If my board loads up, what do we have going first? Scorpions against the Stampede. Here's the first one we had up there.
What do you reckon, Matt?
How confident you feeling, Matt?
I'd be disappointed if we lost. So, but then we lost to them last year. So, but that was we were away last year. So, yeah. Traditionally, I'm useless away from home at the moment. So.
Now, if you ever believe the rankings, they're number 2 overall offense.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that.
He's not worried. He's not worried. Okay, what's the spread we've got here?
6.
Stampede spread 6.
The Scorps have got a few injuries.
Yeah, Scorps are a bit dinged up with a few sort of minor-ish injuries, but enough to make a difference.
I don't know.
Be interesting. Nick's built up a decent side there. The first 2 results have been really good, and their offense is showing up pretty well, especially the ground game. Defense not so much, but they're putting up points. So he's quietly gone away from his 5-5 go-to record, and he's ignoring that now. So yeah, it'd be a good game. I'd expect Stampede to win with home form advantage. Very strong at home, like Matt said, not as consistent away, but at home you'd expect them to still take that. But I don't think it'll be a blowout by any stretch. I think it'll be a close game.
No, it's hard to see where I am because I've only played the Warriors and the Sharks so far, so I'm not really sure where exactly I am. So,
What year is
if my QB plays like he played last week, I'm going to lose. He had a QB rating of about 30 last week. So.
Yeah, and he's got a B injury as well, right?
Oh well, maybe it's time for Galloway. We'll see. It isn't. He ain't coached up at all. He ain't got a one sodding level on the bugger yet. So.
Oh dear.
4 weeks in, he ain't got one bloody level on him. So.
Well, whoever your quarterback is this week, there's not much chance of him getting sacked because the Scorpions' pass rush rate is 0%.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, I saw I'd got all day to pass. Yeah.
So you can just hang back there in the pocket, smoke a cigar, and just have a look around.
You've got all the time in the world to hand that off to your running backs. Matt.
Aye, exactly.
Okay, so this is our first one. We're going to have a little prediction on them. So, Scorpions at the Stampede. What are you going with, Matt?
31-21 to us.
Okay.
21-31, yeah.
Okay. Jez.
I'm going to go 13-24 Stampede.
Okay. Okay. I am going to go.
He's going to go the opposite way. I know exactly what he's going to do.
I can't back a blank helmet, can I? I mean, it's.
Don't call Matt that. It's not nice. He's right there. He can hear you.
Aye.
You blank helmet, you. So I'm gonna. I'm just gonna take the reverse. No, actually, I'm gonna go. I think it'll be a tight game. Both two good teams. I think it'd be a 3-pointer. I'm gonna go Scorpions. Way though. On that one. Okay. Which one do you want to have a look at next? Should we grill Jez first?
Next one in line, Snowies.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go Snowies? Well, all right. Defer the roasting. Snow Bears against Redcoats. Okay, so Snow Bears 2-0. I think Redcoats are as well, aren't they?
Yeah, both 2-0.
Both 2-0.
Ooh. Yeah.
About last
I've
week.
just seen who he's played though. Does that actually count as 2-0 if you're beating Greg and Jason? To be honest, does it actually count?
Yeah, that's two soft. That's two soft games. So maybe he's in a similar position as you, mate. He's still maybe not sure where he is.
No idea where we are. Yeah, exactly.
He's going to find out this week, surely.
I reckon. I think this will be a good game to watch. I mean, many people might think that the Snow Bears will walk it because they're just really strong, which they are. But I played Redcoats last year, and they gave us a really tough game. And it was early on in the start of the season, and they will have improved since then because they had a fairly young roster, I think.
Mhm.
So they are a difficult side to play against, and on the road, the Snow Bears are going to come up against HFA as well. That's going to be a factor, and there is the potential for an upset here for sure. I still think the Snow Bears will edge it, but I think it's going to be a really good game to watch.
So we've got Redcoats with a spread of 3 on this one.
Got those injuries for the Snowies as well. A few injuries for the Redcoats, but not as significant one as Pinkston.
Yeah. What any thoughts, Matt, on this one?
I I don't think the Redcoats are as good as Jez is thinking they are, to be honest. But I think it'll be quite an easy victory. I still think the Redcoats are a year away. But we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't see anything. You can't. I mean, you can't see anything from the two Redcoats games so far because
No, absolutely. Yeah. I
of
mean,
the
it's this,
you've got no idea where they are yet.
rankings, defense,
But
third overall, but played 2 teams.
that should be number one playing the Cyclones and the Spitfires, surely.
Yeah, I'd agree. You know, how's he let 66 yards of rushing go? Yeah. Okay, so what do we think then? Snow Bears, Redcoats, 2-0 teams. Snow Bears definitely had a a tougher opening.
I'm going Snow Bears. What have I got? I got Snow Bears 20, Redcoats 10.
20-10. Yes.
I reckon there's going to be some points in this one. I'm going to go 34-28.
Okay. I am gonna go with a 40.
There's no way you're picking the Snow Bears.
Well, when it's the Redcoats as well, you see it's kind of divisional rivalry, but a little bit bigger. But
If he's not picking the Snow Bears, I'm waiting to see what score he puts up for the Redcoats here, because he's put 45 on the Snow Bears.
yeah, just trying to think. Brad's got, so I'm gonna go 21.
44.
No, I don't. I think there's enough distance between them. I think Lee has got a very good defensive line, which is going to stop the options on the run for the Redcoats. And again, they're Snow Bears pass deep, get a couple of breakaways. You can run scores up pretty quickly in games with deep zone teams. So they don't have to have the ball for that long to put a lot of points on the board. So yeah, I might have even gone up being a little bit generous and with 21 points. 45-14 was my first inkling, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that the fourth quarter he'll rest his starters, and away you go. All right, so we're on the Spartans against the In-Laws. How are you feeling about this one then, Jess?
Looking forward to it. I love these games.
Well, you've had a pretty
Yeah, we've opened up with the Nighthawks and Aztecs, which neither of which should be testing us in their current forms, and they didn't. So these are the games that's are going to be worthwhile. So yeah, I love these games, these sorts of games, and games against the Snow Bears and the Rapiers are great fun.
And here we have our first team who still hasn't had a score put up against them. So as well, so
yeah,
30 to zip and 22 to zip. The biggest part of this whole game for the Meerkats was actually Michael's review, play-by-play review that he gave of where it all went wrong for him.
Yeah,
It actually saved me having to watch the game at all. Gave a blow-by-blow account of complete confusion about why things were happening the way they were happening. So yeah, saved me a bit of time. But yeah,
it was a good breakdown of a complete blowout as well.
it was. I've never seen someone give such a good summary of how they managed to not score a single point in a game. It was very good. So yeah, so again, a bit of a marked contrast there. It was a close one a couple of seasons ago by the looks of it. Look at that. Whew. Whew. 22-23. Oh look, here's the number one defence map. Only 12 yards passing against him so far. 37 yards.
What's that one completion?
So yeah, so we can't make much from that either. Jez is absolutely smashing the predictions rankings though, so congrats on that one. strong performer. What's the spread we got on this one? Oh, Outlaws by 1. Outlaws by 1. So how you feeling, Jez? What's the plan? What's the plan?
Well, I'd rather not be playing them away because you've got the HFA to battle against, but it is what it is. I'm hoping that's not going to be the deciding factor, but it's having to overcome that as well as a very good side, which obviously the Outlaws are. It's going to be tough. We've got a few minor knocks and a major knock to one of the key players on our special teams, and they've got an injury to a cornerback. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. James is their key weapons are on the ground game, but they can still pass it as well. So I'll have to look at the game. I haven't game planned at all for it yet. I haven't even done coaching yet this week. But we'll
It's almost as
we'll have
if
to
you
have a
thought
look
you
at
had
it
an
and,
extra bit of time, eh?
pick it apart.
Hey,
No, we haven't got any extra time.
you ain't done coaching. Hold on a minute. You haven't done your coaching yet. We should have you do your coaching as we are speaking now, and we'll see your reaction when you get a big fat zero.
No, that is not happening. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna watch me throwing things across the room.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll do a live coaching session and
Live coaching.
yeah,
Yeah.
that coaching one that you were talking about us doing, Jez. Maybe we should kick it off by doing a live coaching, and then we can sit there swearing about how badly it went and how we
How
spread
many?
those CPs.
Let's see what new expletives we can come up with.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea. I'm up for that, Matt. You up for that, Matt?
Yeah, I can do that one. That'll be quite interesting.
All right, there we go. We'll get that one sorted out somewhere in the season. All right. So I can work out from that, Jez, whether you're feeling confident or not.
I'll always. No, I'm not feeling that confident, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost, and I'd certainly be more surprised if we did win. Because I think we're probably quite evenly matched teams, which means that HFA is likely to nudge it in Outlaws' favour. So if we can, I think if we do get a win, it will be a surprise.
So a quick little look. This is when tight matchups come in, and I like to look at these and have a little sniff around the experience. So on starters, what we got? We've got Spartans 4.18, Outlaws still down at 3.45. Oh, you got the experience on your side. You never know. Could be the difference in these kind of clutch games.
We've got a bit of experience. We've got a bit of leadership on both on offense and defense as well. So they're gonna need to come into play if we're going to edge this. But yeah, if it's hopefully it'll be close, and if it is close, hopefully it squeaks our way. But we will see.
Right.
James will be flip it the other
Jess has
way.
got to go
James will be
first.
really
Jess has
pissed
got to
off.
go first on this one.
James will be
Go on,
really
go
pissed off if they don't win at home.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Go on, Jez. Go on, Jez.
right, let's go on then. Let's piss James off then, and let's go for 21-20 Spartans.
Oh, with a 60th minute blocked field goal from the 1 yard line.
Blocked extra point. Blocked extra point.
Right, where are you going with then, Matt?
I've got Spartans 14, Outlaws 32.
Oh, getting absolutely smashed as far as Matt's concerned.
That's brutal. I won't be able to sit down after that, Matt.
That is an absolute disgrace. Oh, see, conflicted here. Conflicted. I don't know if I can back James. I'm gonna go with what I was saying there about the experience, and I'm going to go with 23 to 20 with the Spartans.
Like that.
Yeah, with a final minute pick six, running it back to the house.
Yeah. Eat it, Haydock.
Yeah, intercepted in the end zone, run it all the way back. Yeah, that'd be good.
Donkin. We can say what we like about him because he's not here, so it's all right.
Oh, absolutely. And what I've also weighed in there is that because he's had to wait so long for this game, he's just lost momentum. He's lost interest in the game. Can't be bothered with it. You know.
All his players will be reading in the press how he's not interested, how the juice has gone out of it, the wind's gone out of his sails.
Yeah.
That filters through. Low motivation kicks in out of nowhere.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. He's been moping around at work. They're like, "What's up, James? What's the matter? You don't seem your old self." No, don't want to talk about it. Just something's missing in my life at the moment. I don't know what it is. So we'll bear that in mind. That's going to be the difference of the 3 points as he struggles to put a game plan in because he just can't be bothered anymore because he had to wait an extra 5 days for it. So.
He's just been roaming around the corridors in the facility with his shoulders slouched and his hands in his pockets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. Right, there we go. We got three done. Avalanche against
One next week, James, when you kick our ass.
Avalanche against the Magpies. This was one you wanted to have a little look at, Matt. This is another team that hasn't had a point scored against them yet as well, isn't it? So Stallions and Islanders failed to put some points up.
Which is a bit surprising, I would have thought. You'd have thought both of them would have put a few points up.
Yeah, especially the Islanders.
Right.
They definitely would have had Ireland to score something.
All right, shall I start my rant now about motivation coaches not working properly?
Yeah, so will it kick in this week is the question.
It should do. I've looked.
Right, yeah, so we've got no rivalry. So yeah, so there we were in week one going, oh, that's an absolute banging play there for Matt. Got himself a motivation coach. That's going to make things really tricky for the Avalanche. Should give the Anacondas a bit of a go. But there is a rule that says motivation coaches are, it doesn't matter. If you're playing a rival, you're motivated, whoever you are. So that game leveler that's in there, in divisions that are well established and have teams that have played each other. I don't know how many times have you played.
Well, 31 seasons. So how many games is that? So
Let's have a little look.
getting on.
So they went into this one. They've played 57 times. They are both bitter rivals. So the motivation coach was like, "Sorry lads, doesn't matter today. I'm taking a week off because the Avalanche, they'll be fine." So yeah, they absolutely smashed the Anacondas in the end. So Magpies and Avalanche.
So we were talking about this just before we came on, and we mentioned about, well, divisional teams must all have rivalries then because they've been playing each other forever. But then, Greg, you mentioned about it being reset when a new coach comes in. Is that right?
It can. I think there's an element there that the rivalry will go down slightly each time there is a transition of a new coach.
Right.
So it gets.
Well, that obviously didn't happen because how could Johnny have got the Avalanche up to bitter rivals against the Anacondas in a season and a half? Not going to have happened, does it?
Yeah, I'm guessing it probably depends on how bitter that bitter rivalry is. Because if we take a look at I think it's in the history tab, isn't it?
Yeah, team records.
Team records. So yeah, I mean this is probably going to take a fair whack to get past bitter rival. I mean, there's the two. So what's that? The Anacondas one. Yep. So
Yeah.
bit of rival. Quite a few rivalries there as well. Because I'm guessing Dave's been here since the beginning, right? So no hits coming in there. What was the Avalanche's one looking like? History, records. So yeah, really huge. But you can see from this is like apps. There's not much else. So it must be resetting something. So there's literally just two teams where there's rivalry for this team.
It'd be interesting to see what that was like before Johnny came in.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We'll go to the Rapiers one then, because there should be no rivalries there, shouldn't there? In theory, if Patrick's a new coach.
Yeah, or what's the team that's had the most turnover of coaches over the past?
Well, they've had quite a few, haven't they? I mean, look at how many.
Yeah. So yeah, look,
It's
not much
heavily
progress.
reduced. Or maybe so it doesn't wipe it, but maybe it takes it back a notch or two.
Yeah.
So if the Anacondas were bitter rivals with the Avalanche before Johnny came in, Johnny's now into his second season, so he's had two two season turnovers to rebuild the bitter rivalry.
Yeah.
And they've obviously played them twice a season, or at least once, if not twice a season, over those two, or will play them.
Yeah, because I don't know what the scores are like. So what's the Anacondas code?
Well, week 5, isn't it? Week 5. 45-13, that one induce a bit of rivalry, surely.
Right.
Oh, no.
And what about here? He's smashed him 37 there.
It'll say, if you click on the games, it'll say what rivalry they were saying on the play-by-play, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they were bit of rival already. So it probably wouldn't have reported anything. It only reports it when it goes upwards, I think. So yeah, I'm
And what were they last season?
Last season,
Because last season was Johnny's first season, wasn't it?
No, I think this is his
week 5.
Was it 36 he came in?
Season
35
35 pre-season. Yeah. So there two full seasons.
Yeah, bit of rival.
It's never restarted itself, has it?
Yeah, and I mean the season before, I mean Avalanche have had a fair bit of turnover as well, right?
Had a few.
Because this would have been Simon. Still a bit of rival.
It's never reset.
Yeah. Bug it.
Well, to be fair, I did have a strop and bug report, and then have to reduce it, redact it half an hour later. So.
Yeah, last year they were both bitter rivals as well.
Right. Okay. Right. So back to the game then. Magpies, Avalanche played each other 9 times last season.
And the Avalanche are playing with Lomo this week.
They are playing a low move.
It has been confirmed. Any troubles are at home.
A few injuries. QB and a tight end. Is that one of his go-to tight ends?
No idea.
They've both got a few dings, haven't they?
Yeah.
Real special teamers.
Okay, so what are we going with on this one?
Right, I'm going first. Right, I'm going Avalanche 12, Magpies 24. Fingers crossed.
One of those dings is on Avalanche's quarterback. Howard's got a C, which is only 20% off, but that still could have an outcome on the game. And hang on, no, Deneb's got a C as well, who's the Magpies quarterback. So they're both on C's, starting quarterbacks.
So where are you going with, Jez?
That's a push. I think even with Lomo, I think Avalanche are going to have enough with home field advantage. They still look pretty strong. They won in week 1 away from home against a decent Kings side. Was it Kings they won at? Yeah. And that was with Lomo. So I'm going to go
I've got it wrong.
34-14 to Avalanche. So
Sorry, what was that?
14-34.
Sorry?
14-34.
14-34 to the Avalanche, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, switch mine around.
Yeah, I got them around the wrong way, didn't I? 24. Right, okay. I am gonna. I think it's gonna be a close one again. So I'm gonna go with 24-27 Avalanche. Okay, right, to wrap us up on our week 3 review, we're going to have another look at the other end. Got the Sonics against the Nighthawks. Now, Nighthawks, well, what can I say? They are well on target for overall number 1 pick.
But being Monday Night Football, does the Nighthawks play the rookies to see if they can get some attributes?
Maybe. Yeah. So I was saying before we started, wasn't I? They are actually, their starting lineup is the oldest in the league. I think at 5 point something. So at the moment they've not been playing too many youngsters in there. I don't know if that's just because they haven't got any, so they've just got a lot of free agency, or they traded in, or just playing the older players that were there.
They didn't take many. How many rookies did they take? They didn't take a lot, did they?
I think they only took 2 or 3. So a little look. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They took 7 players, all in the first 3 rounds. So I think that running back went on to their dev squad.
Oh, there's probably 3 of them on the dev squad, isn't there? Probably.
Yeah, probably. Have a quick little check. Yeah, there we go. 3 on there. Let's wait up the
3 on them. He's only
trivia.
got 4. Blimmin' it, he's got my old returner, Zoom. He's 11. He's age 11 playing.
Oh,
I'm sure he was only about level 3 when I traded him out.
He's probably straight on
That was
the
2 years ago.
free agents and chucking 8-year-old free agents in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think both my returners are free agents. I think level 3 and level maybe a 4, maybe, I don't know. But yeah. So good approach. Keep them wrapped up in wool. We've got Nighthawks by 1. Now, I got a suspicion that Chris is going to be unhappy with that. So we may see lots of players playing out of position. Just to double down and make sure. We're probably going to see a lot from the Sonics as well. So it's going to be
The
about.
Sonics own there. You got their first round pick, or the Sonics got it?
I think I've got it at the moment.
He's got everyone's first round pick.
Almost. Those who let me have them, I've got them. But yeah,
This is a bit of a nightmare game for Bill because he doesn't really want to pick up too many wins this season. His rebuild is still in the early stages, so getting a win here is not really what he wants.
yeah, week
I
3.
don't think, but he won't. I don't. Bill's not the sort of coach to deliberately chuck a game. I don't think. He'll play it.
You reckon? Well, there we go.
I think so, but what do
But
I
yeah,
know?
I mean, it's a good point from Matt. I mean, he doesn't own his draft picks, so what's he got to lose, right? So it's not like he's trying to make me have a higher draft pick. So
Yeah,
um, a week 3 might get you 3rd place on a first win, maybe if the others don't pan out for other lower teams. So yeah, could work out well for him on a coaching basis still. Maybe week 3 win could get him.
I think probably for both teams, you're better off in games like this because of them being Monday Night Football. Chuck as many rookies in there as you can, and hope you get a few attributes out of it.
Yeah. How many the Sonics got? I think they've got a fair few, haven't they?
They got loads, yeah.
Yeah, so they've had
In the last 2 seasons.
first rounders. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 from the first 2 rounds for sure. So yeah. So what are we going to go with on this one?
I'm going 3-0 to the Sonics.
3-0.
As I think both of them are going to try and lose the best they can. I think the first win's too early for Bill. I think he'll try and. I mean, he's got Cyclones in his division. He can wait for the first win and guarantee it.
I'm going to go 28-3.
I'm going to go 42. Nothing. There we go. Right. So there's our predictions for week 3. A little bit of a review.
Boom.
How long have we been talking for? I kind of lose count of how long.
Too long. Way too long.
About an
Right.
hour.
About an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right. We'll call it a night there for the recording then. Another one in the bag. Thanks for your time, Jez. Thanks for your time, Matt. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Greg.
Cheers.